Hi friends, this is a product I'm excited to share with you today, and that's because this is going to bring your muscles a lot of stress relief. It is great to use if you've had a hard day at work, if you've been busting it at the gym. This is Arboleaf's massager gun, and the model is CM20C. So what I love about this, let's take a look at it in real life. This is what it looks like. It is small, it's compact, and it's portable, okay? So it comes in its own carrying case. So take a look, right? Love that it's small again and that it's compact. So massager guns have been on the market, I wanna say for the past 6 years or so, and don't quote me, I could be wrong, but give or take a few years. I remember, and I want to say it was 2020 or so, when I saw the big hype massager guns out on the market. They were still kind of new, at least on social media, and people kind of pitching them and throwing them around. They were very expensive, and I remember buying one of those massager guns for my husband. For a Father's Day gift, and absolutely he loved it, but the only problem was that it was big, it was bulky, and the thing was heavy and so awkward, super awkward to hold. You just we eventually gave up, right? Like the novelty of it was fun to have it, and to, oh, here, let's, if he'd ask for a massage, I'd be like, oh yeah, let me go run and get the massager gun. No more, hard workout for me. But over time, it was just easier to be like, okay, I'll use my hands to rub your neck, all right? Because the massager guns, they were big, they were bulky, and they held very little charge. This one, however, from Arboleaf, it's super small, it's really lightweight, it's compact, and it comes with its own cute little compact carrying case with a hard shell, and this would make it easy to take along with you to school if you're an athlete or you have an athlete at school. If you have kids who play sports, you can just keep this in the glove compartment or in the middle console of your car. You can take this with you on vacations. It would fit easily on a carry-on. If this would fit in a larger purse, in a backpack, in a sports bag, in a dance bag, this would fit. You don't even have to throw it in a bag because it's like I said, it's its own little carrying case, right? This would be perfect for keeping at work, and also for your gym bag. If you're like a gym rat and you want to hit it hard on the weights, and oh, I'm gonna be really feeling it, I'm gonna be stiff by the time I'm done, put this in your gym bag. You can take it right there with you. And you know what? Maybe you don't get stiff and sore muscles. Be the good friend that always has this on hand. Again, this is from Arboleaf. So let me just show you. It has 5 different speeds. So that's great. Again, going back to the original one that I had purchased my husband 6+ years ago, there was just 1 or 2 settings, and it was that was the other thing. It was really intense, painfully intense. It was really strong. Probably if we had used it more often, we probably would have done more damage than good to our muscles. So it does come with the different attachments. Let me just show you here. And basically you just kind of twist and push on each of the attachments. So let's go over this, okay? Again, all the attachments are here in the case itself. So this is what it looks like. This is how the little massage gun goes in, right? Okay. So it holds a 7-hour charge, or actually, sorry, it holds a 3-hour charge. Let me just make sure I'm reading this correctly. I believe it was a 3-hour charge, and it takes 7 hours to charge. So just make sure that if you are going to use it, oh no, backwards, sorry. Let me correctly say this. So it takes 3 hours to charge completely, and it has a 7-hour charge. Each time that you turn it on, whatever power level it is, it will run for up to 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, it automatically saves energy, and it shuts off. Because again, you don't want to be you could do damage to your muscle, obviously, if you're massaging it too much for too long. Your muscles have some elasticity to it, and you don't want to like tear anything, right? So again, it's got a run time of 7 hours if it's been fully charged. It takes about 3 hours to fully charge, and then it will run on just whatever speed it is that you set it on, from turning it on for a continuous 10 minutes straight, and then it will do that power save and shut off. It is charged by rechargeable, so it has a universal charger that it comes with. This is great. We usually have these in our cars, so if we forget this at home, we can just plug it into our chargers that we have in our cars. And again, I would probably, if you use this regularly, I would recommend that you use the general rule of thumb where overnight, right, just plug it in and charge it. So it comes with the 4 different heads for, as I drop them, for the massage gun, and each one serves a different purpose. Each one, some people are more comfortable with others. So I'm not exactly sure what each one is for. This is obviously kind of your more standard one that you see often. You'll take the attachment here, and then you're just gonna kind of like screw and push it in. This will not function if it's not completely screwed in, correctly. So make sure that you have it pushed in all the way. Don't try to change these out if this is working, because it won't allow you, number one, but number two, it could be dangerous. So just make sure it's screwed in all the way. Then you'll just hold this in for a couple of seconds. Okay, and you'll see that it started. So this is the first level. Let me show you the second level. And again, there's 5 levels. So you can see the intensity, it just moves faster. Okay, and it still goes on the 5th level. But general rule of thumb, if you're not familiar with this, go ahead and just start out with the low level, see where you're at. This is a good one if you've got like sore muscles, right? This is kind of the one that you would use for like kneading out. If you've got to knead out like some soreness or some tightness in your muscles, this would be a great attachment for that. Let's go ahead and hold it in till it turns off. Okay, and then let's go ahead and change this back out. And then next we have one that looks like kind of like a doorknob or like a little handle that you put on your cabinets. This has like a good flat surface area. So again, just push it in and kind of screw it in. Make sure that it's good on there, good and tight. Hold this in for a couple seconds. And this is on level 1. But look how easy this is. Like I said, before they used to be so like, they used to be so big and bulky. This is great because this is like, this covers a good surface area. So if you just kind of want to do like a quick, fast massage, or you have like an overall massage that you need to do, I would recommend doing this. Again, everybody has their own preference. I'm not a masseuse, so I don't know exactly what muscles these are getting. Here's kind of if you have like more of like a direct pain and it's in like a smaller area, or you want to focus, or even if you want to kind of like rub out the pain, right? Like rub along, you can. This is great for doing that. Kind of just rub it back and forth. Okay, so you can do this on arms, on legs, on your quads, on your back. And then last but not least, let's turn it off. I am not entirely sure, and I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure what this one is used for. However, you know, I kind of feel like, at least for myself, and maybe I'm aging myself, but I deal with an autoimmune disease that leaves me oftentimes with a lot of inflammation and swollen joints. And so I'm not somebody that loves massages, but if I'm gonna like massage anything, it's gonna be my joints. So I don't know that this is necessarily meant for that, but I also have like problems with my wrist and right here with my thumb. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Okay, this is perfect. This is what I'm gonna be, this feels so good. This is what I'm gonna be using this for sure. It can massage between my joints, feels so good between my fingers. And then like I said, right here where you grip and on your thumb. This is where if you suffer from like any kind of like hand or like motor, like some stiffness with your hands or your wrist, this is perfect. Okay, so again, we love this because not only does it come with its cute little carrying case, but it is small, it's compact, it's lightweight. I can take this anywhere and everywhere with me, and guess what? I promise you, you're going to not only love it yourself, but if you bought this for somebody else, they would absolutely love it as well. This would make a great gift. It also comes, if you don't want to carry it around in the hard case, if you just want to take all the attachments and pop them in your little bag here, you can do that as well. But for me, I'm just gonna keep it right here in our hard case. I know where it's at, and I'll probably keep this in our car actually, to be honest. Love it, check it out one more time. This is the arboleaf machine massager gun, and it's the model CM20C.